Super Idol di Charo, don't need to 10 by each for the
22 minutes of gameplay with Bioware. I saw some random clips on Twitter. Not really clips, just like photos, and oh my gosh. There's really just one photo that I saw. It was of a Quinari. Why am I talking like this? What the fuck? Okay, yeah, no, let's watch the fucking video. Ew. Jesus. It's like a Tiffany, like, type shit.
What's up,
Cringe.
everybody? I'm Cat Bailey, and this is our extended look at Dragon Age The Veilguard's gameplay. I'm here with Bioware lead developers Corinne Bush and John Epler. Corinne, what are we looking at today?
Hey y'all, so today
Quinari?
we're going to be helping out one of our companions, Davrin.
I'm guessing you can, like, edit the fucking horns, too?
This is part of his personal arc to rescue the griffins long thought extinct. We're going to take a quick journey through the Lighthouse, your base of operations. We're going to head into the crossroads and make our way to the dark swamps of Hossberg Wetlands.
I still can't believe this game's coming out.
So you're in the
finally.
Lighthouse, as Corinne mentioned. This is your base of operations that you inherited willingly or unwillingly from Solas. It is located in the Fade. It's where Solas was able to start planning his rebellion against the Elven gods millennia ago. Right now, you and your team have occupied it, started to build it, started to shape itself around your personality. As Corinne mentioned, we are going to go talk to Davrin, who is located up above.
Yo.
And each of these spaces kind of shapes itself around.
I like it so
your
far.
Companions as they live there, as they basically spend their arcs in those rooms.
And we see here the glowing light above indicates Davrin's ready for us. Let's check in with him.
Something wrong?
Got a message. A place called the Cauldron was attacked.
That's some sort of Grey Wood.
This is the photo I saw. This is who I saw. This is actually insane, bro. Like, I mean, it's literally just a human cosplay. I'm not even joking. He's just cosplaying as a Quinari. I mean, if you even want to call it that. This is a very sad excuse for a Quinari. I'm sorry, bro. Like, this is not... Hashtag not my Quinari. Get that trending, bro. Because this is insane. Again, this is like a player-created model, right? So, like, motherfucker could have just purposely made them more human-like, right? But I don't think so, bro. I don't know. I mean, we saw Tash, right? Like, some photos. She looked very Quinari-ish. Even though they kind of butchered her, face low-key. But in a couple photos, like, they did her dirty. The forehead is just so fucking huge. But, I mean, that's just, like, I guess that's their preference. It's really just, he's a human, right? So, whatever. I don't really play Quinari, but... whatever, man. Sure, why not?
Tavern.
It's a secret warden readout. No idea what goes on there.
Why are you involved?
Because whatever attacked it sounds like the Gloomhowler.
So earlier in Davrin's arc, you were introduced to his nemesis, the Gloomhowler, creature that's been hunting and stalking wardens for quite some time. It's kidnapped a bunch of other griffins. Davrin has been trying to track it down. Now he's got a lead, so we're going to go find this and go track this thing down.
Now, Davrin, he prefers the direct approach. We're going to choose a tough response and see if we can get his approval.
Freaking poacher, bro.
Then let's get rid of it.
Had the same thought. What's left of the wardens are still licking their wounds. So we handle this alone.
So tiny.
Just go to the Cauldron and get the griffins back.
Well, I think that motherfucker like 8 feet though. I think
you have to
Quinari's
promise
like 8
to behave,
feet.
boy. Listen to every word I say. Stay out of trouble.
Boy.
You have to promise to behave, boy. Listen.
Yo, put some more emphasis on that shit.
Every word I say. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything dumb, and don't eat any.
I think we get the point.
Lancet and Remy told me there's a word for
he looks so goofy, bro.
Warden moving is what?
I like it though.
Turlum. Until it's and I have that, I'm supposed to keep him safe.
I have to say that I find the griffin adorable.
And very importantly, I know this is a question on everyone's mind. Yes, you can pet a song.
Well, thank goodness for that. And all right, what are we going to be doing next?
He's up for this.
All right, we're gonna finish getting this information from Davern on the Gloomhowler, and we'll be off to Hossberg in the
Holy
crossroads.
crap.
Between Warden and Griffin starts by having faith in each other.
Maybe. I suppose you were born for this sort of fight, boy. All talons and temper.
And a sharp tongue to remind you of it.
As long as he backs it up.
So I assume that Asan can be helpful during the gameplay?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, a lot of Davern's abilities revolve around calling Asan in the heat of battle. I in particularly love when you're going against enemies, you see Asan swoop down, especially if it triggers a combo between your companions.
Yo, I'm just looking at the environment, man. I like this shit.
Corinne mentioned earlier, one of the interesting, fun things we've done is if you see the lights on in a room, companions have something to say. You can see Harding up in that space there, Nev behind you as well, and Belara. But we have a mission ahead of us. We're going to go find the Gloomhowler if we can, and we're going to go through the crossroads in order to do that. And
I mean, it looks cool for what it is, but I miss like the little family mentality of
if you've played previous
Inquisition,
Dragon Age
low-key.
games, Trespasser in particular,
You got people
is a
all over
location,
Skyhold
the
and
Fade,
shit.
that contains a number of Illuvians, allowing you to travel across
Loves
Thedas
it.
in a matter of minutes. But at this point, the crossroads are under assault by the other elven gods. It's a dangerous place, and we are going to be in for a bit of a fight.
And this Illuvian, the Vir Voss, is the central focus point of the Lighthouse. This is going to take us to Solas's pocket area of the crossroads, and it might look a little bit different from what you've seen in Trespasser.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the role that the crossroads
It looks
plays
like those things from Hogwarts Legacies, from like, you know, those ghosts be talking through the paintings and shit. That's what it looks like, low key.
structure and the gameplay?
Yeah, so the crossroads is, again,
And like in those challenges and shit that you do too.
the area that you spend a lot of time
Just like
traveling
it.
through as you go from area to area. It's also a space that has at one point served as Solas's main base of operations and training ground for his rebellion against the elven gods. So as you go through it, you're going to find fragments of the past, the things that Solas had done previously that are going to give you a bit of insight into Solas as a character, but also into the elven gods and their motivations.
Some of my favorite content that you'll find if you go exploring in the crossroads is these opportunities to actually relive some of the memories Solas had during his rebellion. You actually get to take part in this ancient rebellion.
Oh, that's good. Wait a minute, what?
And here we have the caretaker.
I've actually, because I've been wondering, like, how was life back, like, with the elves and shit? Like, do we actually get to see the Titans now? I think we get to see the Titans. You know, there's this girl called Kala Elizabeth, bro. She be, oh my gosh, she's like, you guys have no way. Yeah, no way. You guys have no idea. I'm just like, yeah, so pretty much everything that I'm thinking is going to be true. Pretty much. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, if they spoiled that, have that big fucking spoiler during the Warrior
Mysterious
gameplay.
spirit that was actually here
There's no way.
before Solas was, and started
We'll
to
be looking at Titans,
help
bro.
Solas with his rebellion, but also to turn this into a safe haven for spirits. Again, as I mentioned before, the gods are assaulting the crossroads, so it's no longer the safe haven it once was. But you're going to work with this caretaker through quite a large amount of ancillary content to rebuild this into that safe home for these creatures. That if anyone knows Solas, he has a tremendous amount of affection for spirits.
I wouldn't even say the crossroads
Alright,
were always
now-
like a fucking safe haven, low key. I mean, I guess, yeah, because nothing really happened there. I just remember in Trespasser, we were like fighting around and shit. I think that was like where the Illuvians like took us, right? Like, I don't think it was actually. No, actually, yeah, because right when the Qunari came in, they did come into the crossroads. Like, before then, I mean, it was quiet, I guess. But I wouldn't even be in the crossroads, low-key. Because you have a motherfucker just coming out of nowhere from, like, a different fucking, you know, like, a Illuvian or some shit. And, I mean, like, that's... I don't know. I wouldn't trust it. That's why I'm, like, scared. Because I'm just like... How do they keep the fucking Illuvians open and shit? I think they can, like, for some of them... some of the Illuvians, you can go in and out of some of them. But some of them, you can only go in... And then, like, you can't really, like, open it up. I don't know. There's some, like, locking mechanism for certain ones. Or I guess there's a way now to, like, open and lock them, too. So, yeah.
Now we're going to get into combat here. And
Oh, he's a mage! Hold up. Hold up. What we got here? I was shit. I was like, I guess they show us like Mage gameplay closer to release. They showing it now. Okay, hold up. What level is he? I can't even tell. He has a bunch of abilities, so it's fair enough.
And this time we're playing as a mage.
Yeah. Okay.
Mage is one of my favorite classes to play. It's primarily a ranged attacker, and when we're surrounded by swarming darkspawn, I really have to use a variety of strategies to control the battlefield. I'm going to use my heavy charged attacks to knock down these ghouls, get them out of the way, and of course, darkspawn are vulnerable to fire. So we made sure to equip our fire staff, have our fire abilities on hand.
You may notice something about the darkspawn too, that they look a little bit different than they have previously, and part of that is because Gillinane, who has always been focused on using the blight as essentially a crafting material, a way to alter life itself, has been enhancing and changing these darkspawn as part of her army.
Corinne, I noticed that you were
enhancing and oh fuck, baby, what? So I've been looking at, because there's been now that we've seen some combat, now people are worried that the other companions aren't really doing jack shit, in terms of like contributing to the party, like not even like telling them what to do, but just like in general, just being an NPC, like helping out. Like, are they actually doing shit, or like do we have to do all the work, right? So far from what I've seen, I'm like 50-50 on it. I don't know. I feel like we're doing most of the work. I mean, which is okay, but like if they're there and they have like good fucking abilities, use them. What the fuck? Well, use them, bro. They taking like the whole fighting this one minion. Like, I don't want that. I don't really like that shit in general. But like, I mean, of course I can do all the work. Sure, why not? Haha, I'm the best. But it's just kind of annoying in some games,
We're doing a combo opportunity. Can you tell us a little bit more about how the role that plays in the actual combat?
Yes, so the combat system in this game, the deep strategy behind it is really to manage the various abilities your companions and rook have in concert. So in this case, Harding has a combo opportunity with Shred. It's going to apply the sundered effect and deal a high amount of stagger. Now you'll notice I can combo that with Rook's ability Spirit Bomb. That's going to cause a detonation combo.
So, again, one of the things you'll notice about the terrain here is it's very snowy, very mountainous. The crossroads is a realm that reflects the waking world. In this case, it's an amalgamation of all...
Oh, and there's also like 3 fucking abilities, so everyone's kind of tipsy about that. I am also. I don't like 3 abilities. I don't like... I was doing I forgot to put this... I'll edit this into my Dragon's Dogma 2 review. I was talking about Dragon's Dogma, and I was also looking at other reviews of it, and they were saying, yeah, in Dragon's Dogma 1, because I didn't play Dragon's Dogma 1, I only played the second one. They said in the first one, there was like 6 abilities. Now we went down to 4 abilities. So I was just like, what the fuck? They also said in Diablo 2, Diablo only have like 5 abilities. Really only 4, because one of those abilities is like a basic attack. So it's really only 4. And they were like, yeah, we had like, I don't know how much, but more than 5. So it's really getting fucking annoying with this shit. I don't know why they're doing it. Maybe because to make things easier, so it's less shit to worry about. Well, if it's less shit to worry, then just give them fucking like they can have the option of just having 3 abilities. Like, come on now, they don't have to fill up the entire fucking bar, equip everything. But or maybe it's because they want more replayability. I mean, nah. It just don't. It's fucking stupid. I think it's stupid. Here they're like, oh, but you can do much more. I'm just like, well, yeah, I do see the ultimate, but I'd still like to have, I would say at very minimum, 4 abilities, not including the basic attack, right? But we don't have that here. In Dragon Age Inquisition, you had about 8 abilities. Dragon Age 2, same thing, but I think with and I'm talking about like playing on console, so it's like up to 8. I think on Origins on console you could have put more than that, possibly also on 2. But on Dragon Age, all the Dragon Ages, if you play on PC, you can have the entire fucking hotbar, right? You can have as many as you want, pretty much. So it's pretty I don't really like the downgrade, low key. I mean, there's probably gonna be most likely gonna be mods on PC, but I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see, bro. They're saying there's more options. I don't know. I don't see it. Or some things that make up for it. I don't really give a shit, bro. I want my 4 or more.
All the real world spaces that are tied to it, and
and let me talk about the graphics and shit. I know YouTube kind of butchers it low key in terms of like gameplay and shit, especially with the shit I upload. Sometimes my PC just be ass, but it's like
Hossberg,
it's like Inquisition, but like better lighting. That's how I feel about it. I mean, of course, the character models look a bit better. Obviously, look a bit dusted up, but I mean, especially if you're playing on like a very high good PC, and then also like with some mods, like just some slight mods, you know, just to increase the video quality and shit. It's pretty much not gonna lie, Inquisition with better lighting or some shit.
On a mountainous region, so it's kind of this mix of the swamp.
They are using frostbite too, by the way. Again,
these alluvians, the architecture around them very clearly reflects what's on the other side. We're not going to spoiler and tell you exactly what's on the other side, but
no, I don't hate it. I'm just pointing it out, you know.
You maybe make a few guesses based on what you're seeing.
Do I have to do the crossroads, or can I just fast travel right through?
So it depends how you progress through the game. First time you go to any of the new regions in the world, you'll traverse the crossroads to get there. Subsequent times, we of course support fast travel, but it behooves you to actually go back and explore the crossroads, as some of the deepest secrets lie within.
So now you're in Hossberg Wetlands. It's an area that has been almost completely consumed by the Blight. The Grey Wardens have set up an outpost here. Again, you know anything about the Grey Wardens, they fight the Blight anywhere they see it. And they're noticing something strange is going on here. The Blight is not behaving as they expected to, and as it historically has. So they've set up shop in this place called Lavendel.
You got 2 elven gods and you got like 2 blighted archdemons. Like, come on now.
We're here to work with them.
Oh shit! I didn't spoil it. Well, maybe I did. Actually, okay, tiny bit of a spoiler right there. But I mean, like at this point, it's if you're watching this video right now, you already kind of you know, kind of.
And help them find an answer to the questions about the Blight that they're asking.
Tell me a little bit more about this area. It looks a little bit like a hub where you can get a lot of quests and things like that.
That's right. So here we find one of the bases of the Grey Wardens. So you'll see they've really built up a small fighting force here to hold off the Darkspawn. What's more, the Grey Wardens are a faction we're going to be working with throughout the game. We've got Holden.
Oh, why'd they show that?
Grey Warden Quartermasters.
What the fuck was that?
Upgrade his shop and see what items he has in
store. Okay, wait. 1.6 out of 3.0. What does that mean?
Or for us, see if maybe it gives us an edge in combat.
Shop rank up merchant.
And the Grey Wardens, much like the other factions, they understand the stakes of the gods being out. They want to help you, but you need to help them first. They have, again, as Corinne mentioned, they're holding off the Darkspawn here. They have other priorities, so getting them more powerful allows them to more meaningfully contribute to your fight against the Elven gods.
So where are we going next?
All right, so we're heading out of the Grey Warden Fortress.
Fair enough. Reminds me of Origins a little bit.
Into the small town of Lavendel.
It's like in Origins, you kind of like build up like the factions and shit. Well, not really. Like, I mean, it really didn't help with shit, honestly, from what I remember. I mean, it don't really make a difference. It's just like in the final fight, maybe. Like, you donate some runes to the, I think, like the dwarves or some shit, and then you donate some other shit to whatever faction. It didn't really have any, like, you know, consequences or anything, but I guess it matters here more. Kind of makes sense. Kind of like it in that way, though. Gives it a purpose.
This used to be a beautiful place full of life, flowers, and you can see what effect the Blight has had. But the residents are still here. They're trying to make the most of their lives, and you can see there's plenty of opportunities to help them. In fact, we're going to quickly check in with Finn the physician.
Literally just took... Oh my gosh, what was that place called in Inquisition? You know, it was like the mayor was being like a piece of shit. You know, he killed all the townspeople or whatever. Whatever that map was called in Inquisition. That's literally that, but copy and pasted, low key.
And see what he has in store for us.
Just above the water.
So Flynn, again, one of the focuses of this game is characters, not causes.
Her eyebrows thick as
I've been
shit.
busy with patients, but I'm short on medical supplies.
Oh!
My mentor.
My bad, G. My bad.
Oscar. He should have some. He has a cabin outside the village. If you're out there, tell him you saw Flynn, and they could use his help.
And Flynn.
Okay, I don't. That voice acting was kind of wild. It sounds like they sped it up or some shit,
Is a
or like AI.
We'll do quests with. We wanted to make sure that the side content of Dragon Age The Veilguard felt as meaningful and tied to the overall conflict of the game as anything else you do. We don't want you to just go off.
Oh, this looks like Haven right here.
Everything needs to feel
Holy
meaningful,
shit.
either contributing
Copy
to your
pasta.
fight against the gods or contributing to the growth of your companions and the factions that you need at your side to stop the gods.
You look a bit worried.
We're not sure where some of our wardens are, Beckett and a few others. We're supposed to check in. We need to look out for each other more than ever. It's just, I know they took Weishaupt hard, and I hope they're okay.
All right, so we picked up a couple
Okay.
of quests in Lavendel, but we're here to help Davrin. So we're gonna make our way
She looks
through
pretty
the
cool.
perils of Hossberg and try to get to this warden fortress of the Cauldron.
Holy fuck. Yo, those are the little shits from Elden Ring, from Frenzied Flame, like the fucking palettes in Shadow the Erdtree. Literally, it's literally them, bro. Oh my gosh.
Seeing a lot of kind of organic matter. I suppose that's the blight.
Absolutely. So the blight at this point, as mentioned before, the wardens understand it's
Just dropping doodoo, the blight dropping doodoo balls, bro.
It's become a lot more organic, a lot more alive. You're back in
fuck is
Dragon
that?
Age 2, Inquisition, Origins. The blight, while it was a slow-moving wall, it didn't have this almost sentience, this almost thought behind it. And obviously, we've talked about how the gods that are out are blighted. That probably has something to do with it, and it's made this area far more dangerous than it would have been before.
Pretty obvious.
You
Probably.
might notice as we get into combat with some of these dark spawn that they do look a little bit different than before, and that's very intentional. Gillenane, the god of monsters, she uses blight like a medium to sculpt and warp the dark spawn to do her bidding, to suit her purposes.
Okay.
So right now, you'll see a couple of Hurlocks.
That's a Hurlock. I wasn't gonna say it. I was just waiting for them to say it, but oh my gosh, you know. And I'm not trying to be like one of those Origins nostalgia motherfuckers. Oh my god, you can get Origins, but oh my gosh, man. I mean, in terms of like, some of them look a little goofy, but I'm like 50-50 in terms of like darkspawn design now. But I do, well, maybe a little bit towards more of like them being a little bit more darkspawny, right? You know,
One with some pretty disgusting growths on its
But-
back. Again, the idea that the Darkspawn and the Blight is an organic weapon. They're not
What is-
just
ooh.
coming out and, you know,
like a healing spell.
making swords,
I wasn't really paying attention.
making armor. They're using the Blight to augment themselves so they can more effectively defeat you. And
Oh, that was
they're not
no,
just-
it wasn't. It was
again, the idea that the Darkspawn and the Blight is
yeah.
an
What
organic
is that?
weapon. They're not just coming out and, you know, making swords,
Interesting.
making armor. They're using the Blight to augment themselves so they can more effectively defeat you and also give the gods the world that they desire.
All right.
So you see what the companions aren't doing shit. You got motherfuckers on the right who need to be fucking killed. They're not doing shit. It's actually insane. The Inquisition companions would have already killed them by now. This is really, oh my gosh. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Come on. Please, bro.
now
Please
I'm
do
actually
something.
gonna switch to my orb and dagger on the mage.
Like,
And
let
those of
the,
you that
see
were
right here, if I was in
fans
Origins,
of the
I think they might be doing it
Knight
now.
Enchanter,
I would have set Nev already. She would have already killed them by now. I would have set her commands to be on that motherfucker already.
in Dragon Age Inquisition, you might feel right
You
at
know?
home with this. This is a more melee-focused, more agile version of the mage. One of the main
That's good, Bo.
mechanics here is you can use this elemental orb to apply stacks of elemental damage to the enemy and then unleash them with your dagger to detonate them.
Interesting.
So, again, we're in. You'll notice that there are blight pools. The darkspawn
When's
aren't
it gonna
just
heal,
coming
though?
out of nowhere. The blight is spawning them. Again, part of Gillian's attempt to turn this into an army for the gods is to use these darkspawn, not just, again, whereas you have the Venatori and the Antom, one case representing magical power and the other case representing physical strength.
See, why are these things still alive, bro?
The darkspawn are representing overwhelming force.
That was a pretty clutch heal a little earlier, by the way.
Ooh, a beam.
You know, we've talked at length before that our fans have asked us,
I like
where
that.
is the healing magic? Can you
Yes!
bring it back? And Nev in this game, happy to oblige with a kit of healing spells.
This looks like this is gonna be my team. Nev and literally Harding. Pretty much. Wait, no, because the old white guy can, like, fucking, yeah, give him some healing magic if he has some. Or if we're able to. I don't even fucking know, bro. God damn. But, yeah, I'm gonna bring Harding everywhere. She's pretty essential to the story. I mean, like, low-key, she really is, bro. Like, especially if you played, The Descent, like, one of the DLCs in Inquisition. Very important, I would say. I'd bring her everywhere. Not because, you know, why, you know, because yeah, but, you know.
So one of the interesting things that I love about our companions is each of them, their abilities, the way that they're built, they're very thematically appropriate to the character. They're very focused on
They brought back
making sure
that
the gameplay
that little ice thing, you know.
and the narrative
I
are
love
as
that
closely
move
aligned as possible.
from Inquisition.
In the case of Nev
It's actually not from Inquisition. It goes all the way back to Origins, I think.
versus Blar versus Emmerich, our mages, each of them has a healing ability that is
Thank
thematically
you.
appropriate to them. It makes sense when you know them as a character.
Thank you.
Watching you play, I'm struck by sort of the size and the scope of this particular area. It seems like there's a lot of exploration that I can be doing right here.
That was really one of our goals with these areas. Of course, we are a mission-based game, but we really emphasize player autonomy. You can revisit these spaces. They're full of secrets, puzzles, some pretty incredible bosses and treasure. Full of
Commanders can be called upon for help via Delirium Dagger, even when they're not present in the party. Yeah, so this is what they were talking about in the Discord Q&A video I think I did, like, a couple days ago. Yeah, so, like, I don't know, if you need, like, a rogue to, like, pick something, like, pick lock pick, you know, you use that, I guess. I'm not sure if there's actual, like... Well, I'm guessing there is, like, some magical abilities. I don't know what they are, but I'm just saying, like, for instance... I'm not sure. They might have every character, like, be able to lockpick, so it's probably just, like, a kit. But, you know, just for example...
secrets, puzzles, some pretty incredible
fuck is
bosses and
that?
treasure. And of course, as we saw earlier in Lavendel, some really narratively rich side quests.
Oh, okay. So
One
yeah,
thing
some
that's
magic
interesting
and
is you'll
shit.
find we're going on a quest for Davrin, but Davrin is not currently in our party. That's because Davrin has gone ahead of us and is waiting for us at the Cauldron. This is, again, we want the followers, the companions, to feel like they have autonomy and
Just
while
skipping
they
through
won't
'em.
complete the quest on their own, they will go ahead and get things ready. So when you get there, you can you talk to them, you have a conversation with them, and it feels like they are as invested in the success of their journey, their stories, as you are.
This looks like a pretty contiguous zone, is that right?
It is, yes. So it's full of branching paths,
Arcane Mark. Ooh, I remember that.
different areas to explore. And what I love is the more content you do in the area, the more shortcuts you're going to discover. You're really going to have a lot more flexibility in how you navigate between your remaining missions and quests.
I really like, I'm trying to pay attention to the Mage gameplay. I really like how the little teleport thing was like kind of like a dodge type thing. It's probably for every mage. I really like that. I like how mages are very melee to this game because like every other game you're like fucked if you have to melee, except for like Inquisition where you're what's it called? It was some type of warrior shit. You get like a night enchanter, right? Night enchanter, but it's only for that one ability, and it's not really for like the entire time. You know, like I guess like a basic attack. I mean, I think maybe it can be. I don't know. I didn't really play it in a while. Play Night Enchanter in a while. But yeah, it's really good that now you can like fucking fend off people. That's really nice. And you got some mobility too, some more mobility. You did have like the little teleport thing for Inquisition. You know, you kind of I think there was like maybe two types of teleports. You got the Mage shit with the ice, the Fade Rift, I think, or whatever the fuck it's called. And there's another one, I think. I'm not sure. Might have been some rogue kit, you know, ability, but yeah. So I really like that. I also like the beam. Like, I don't know what this beam is, but I really like it, bro. I might actually use it for my playthrough.
Well, I think something really interesting too about the way that our team has built these spaces is there's the idea of each space has its own story to tell, and while those quests, you know, we talked earlier about
take out those snipers.
Side quests being narratively relevant.
Oh, okay, you can put them on them. I see that. I see that. How do you do it?
You know, we talked earlier about those quests and side quests being.
Oh, from the top. Okay. Okay, thank God. Oh my gosh, I don't think he did that in the first fucking. You know, the first time he was fighting them. Yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, please put somebody on these motherfuckers. It would be better if it was, like, top down, and, you know, you can see them, but especially, like, the people in the back and shit, you know, it'd be better to lock on through that way. And that's why I like kind of the top down thing, so I can, like, you know, look at the map and, you know, shit. Sometimes I wander off through the map, low-key, through, like, every game with the top down shit, but, yeah. I mean, I thank God we have that at least, at the very least. I don't think they have the shit from Inquisition though, like, you know, them automatically taking potions or something. I'm not sure, or like a certain amount. I'm not sure, but
being narratively relevant, they also contribute to a more of a meta story about the space itself. So in the case of Hossberg, we talked about how this is an area surrounded by blight, and you're kind of getting to the center of what exactly is going on in Hossberg and Lavendel, and these quests that you do and the content Corinne is currently engaged in helps to tell that story.
Okay. So he's actually like, yeah, he's not really using a staff either. He's using a dagger in his hand. Like an orb, actually. Oh. Reminds me of Diablo. You got that little, like with the mages or some shit, you got that, you get the staff and then like some other type of shit, like a book or some shit. So that's just kind of cool.
We can see our companions are...
Or that might actually be like a small, no, that's a dagger. Yeah, look at that. That's a dagger right there.
Attacking this dark spawn on their own.
But I guess you get like different ones.
Let's give them a quick hand.
Arcane mark.
All right, and I love positional gameplay, making use of the environment to your advantage.
And I just saw that you could do a takedown move, so it's kind of a finishing.
Oh, he's level 35. Okay, yeah, he's pretty deep in.
Move.
You can. Now, in this particular build, I'm really focused on using necromantic energies to siphon life force. But if I, for instance, wanted to go the stagger route, I could go a full takedown build if I like. It's a really... powerful, heavy-hitting style of gameplay.
Okay.
All right. So you'll notice Davern is waiting for us. So let's go see what he has to say. The sun flies in.
Yeah. A bad day at the Cauldron.
What could do that?
What have they been hiding inside?
So something tore through the gate. That's probably not great. Looks like we should probably get moving.
We won't find out.
I'm also partially not paying attention to the story, you know. I mean, I'm paying attention to what they're saying, but, like, in terms of story and, like, you know, spoilers and shit, trying to chill out with that. I'm, like, kind of zoning it out and just paying attention to the environment and stuff, low-key.
Standing around here.
Be ready for anything.
They should have made her blonde. I'm sorry. I'm going to always think this. They had a concept art thing, and they showed her as, like, a blonde woman. They should have made her blonde. I'm sorry, bro. Oh my gosh. Like, she's fine here, but oh my gosh, the blonde would have been... You know? When's the last time we had a blonde companion, bro?
So because we don't have
Origins
in our party, he's going to move ahead and wait for us.
Colin don't count.
Bring Nev and Harding along to clear a path first.
Oh, wait, no,
find
Aveline.
Averin and get to where he is.
Aveline's kind of like a ginger. Okay, whatever. Let's get off course, bro.
How Nev and Harding sort of synergize during the combat?
Yeah, so Nev and Harding, Nev is a mage, Harding is a rogue, and each of the classes, and you can...
I like how he was like, is a rogue. Yeah, okay, yeah, for now, sure.
Build and party entirely of one class if you want, but the idea is that the classes synergize and they can set up and detonate each other's abilities in a very interesting way. Now, because you have a lot of freedom in how you build your character, you can, again, as said, you can have all rogue party, all mage party, all warrior party, it still works. But in this case, Nev and Harding...
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he would have butchered this playthrough, I'm not gonna lie. That's the second time.
Character, you can, again, as said, you can have all rogue.
Oh, you can't really... Oh! Let me, I should really, like... Yeah, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't do this earlier. I mean, it's really just a health bar. It's just a health bar. Well, it helps, like, if I bring it up just a little bit, like, right here. But it's a health bar. As you can see, he's on 1 once again. Holy shit. And he has no potions. Oh my gosh. They should have got somebody else to do this playthrough, man.
Party, all mage party, all warrior party, it still works. But in this case, Nev and Harding are very effective at setting up and detonating, in this case, as Corinne's going to show.
So we're in danger here, and this is really what I love about the tactical layer of combat. If you get in that clutch situation where you've got this devastating incoming attack, great time to pause gameplay, weigh your options, and in this case, I'm going to go back to our combo here and see if I can just quickly get out of the way. All right.
Ooh.
You can see I've applied siphoning to these enemies, so I'm actually going to be leeching their health when I use my Mage Beam.
Cheater. I'm just kidding.
Now you'll notice there's blight boils throughout the area, and that's part of our philosophy on the combat encounters. If I don't destroy these blight boils, ghouls are going to continue to emerge. So I'm really focused on what targets do I take down first. This enemy is a little bit weaker. I think I'm going to have my companions focus on them while I deal with this grenadier that's giving me some problem.
Oh, Corrine's playing. What the fuck, man? I mean, whatever. Oh my gosh. No, but she oh my gosh. Come on, man. You butcher in the playthrough. You about to die like a gazillion times. I think she plays this in her house too. Like she has like the actual copies in her house from what I heard. She's been playing. Bro, you should have been dying like this. I'm playing.
I will say, and that's no, I'm not on the stick. Corinne is much better at this game than I am, and this
you say that?
Well, most of the time, yes, 100%. But each enemy, again, really leaning into the organic. What I love about the Grenadiers is they basically rip off pieces of themselves and throw them at you, which explode as blight. And again,
how are you not dead?
The blight is organic and disgusting.
One thing that I'm
should have been axed for that. Oh my gosh, is it like a cooldown? There has to be a cooldown.
Is that the combat.
Oh, I think it's bottom left. Okay.
Can get pretty intense. You end up fighting a lot of different enemies. You can absolutely die if you're not careful.
Yes, and this, as we mentioned earlier, this is well into the game. So combat counters have really ramped up, and it really shows the importance of positioning, using your companions wisely, and looking for those synergies and combos. Now, this is interesting. We just went down.
I guess this is where they ended. Yeah, I was about to say, like, she's coming. I was thinking she was getting, like, some sort of plot armor in the game. Like, they just make her stay alive. Oh, she got a revive. Oh, shit.
Companions to be able to come to our aid. So we're actually going to use a revive here.
Okay, never mind.
And Nev to the rescue.
Honestly, I would have died on purpose just to, I would have, yeah.
This is later in the game. And Hossberg itself is
at that point,
what I consider a later game area. And the encounters a little bit more challenging. It's a more dangerous space. This shows up in the encounter, but it also shows up in the visuals, the storytelling.
Yeah, like
this shows up.
I'm just looking at the dark spot. I mean, it looks like he got like some fucking, like he's going to like a laser tag game, bro. He got the fucking lights on his shoulders and shit. Yo.
And the visuals, the storytelling here, this is a place that you don't want to be. You don't want to be in Hossberg. It is full of darkspawn, full of blight, and generally not a pleasant place to be.
Well, we'll be able to explore more of the Cauldron when Dragon Age The Veilguard comes out on October 31st. In the meantime, we are going to be continuing on with our IGN First coverage of Dragon Age for the rest of September. And for everything that's great about games and RPGs, keep it locked on IGN.
Okay. Well, that's it. I'm just going to read the dialogue really quickly while they were talking. You know, there's probably some other things I didn't pick up, but I was mainly just looking at the environment and like the combat and shit. That's my main thing. I think we found a way in. If we drop that, we can make a bridge and get over. Okay. Just need to clear out the bright. Yeah, the blight. I said the bright. The blight kind of looks like the flood, right? Like in terms of the environment, not the actual enemies. But, like, you know, this shit reminds me of the flood in Halo, man. Gives me flashbacks to the library. Ooh. Not bad. Not bad. In terms of gameplay, I like that. Yes, I do. I do like that. I will say my complaints are the companions not doing jack shit. I didn't even move this down. My bad. But yeah, the companion's not really doing too much. Like, if they're like left alone not to do anything, I mean, they're not really doing anything. They don't really do any damage, like actual help, unless you tell them to, right? Or unless you like do like a combo ability, or like, you know, just set them with a certain attack to do. But other than that, like, I mean, even when you set them on an enemy or some shit, I guess it's okay a little bit, but it's still like they're doing low damage, right? So yeah, unless you like set the combos up and shit, you know, or everyone's focusing on like one enemy. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit annoying. Maybe that could be tweaked. Probably there's a lot of shit you can tweak in this game from what I saw. So yeah, but I mean, that, and then also having 3 abilities, I'm still kind of oofers on that. I mean, I'll probably buy the game for PC also, and like get some mods and like have multiple abilities at once, you know, see how that works, how they mod that. But also gonna buy it on console. I mean, we'll see. I need to see the reviews first, low key. I feel like I'm still unfortunately gonna buy the game either way, low key, because I want to finish the story out. So it's whatever. I mean, that's kind of, it's like a bad mentality to have in general for games, because but we've been waiting for so goddamn long, bro. We've been waiting so goddamn long, and the story. I mean, it's looking pretty good to me. Like, you know. I think it'll be a pretty solid game. It's not like it's gonna be like a 5 out of 10 or less type of game for what I've seen. So I think it'll be a pretty solid buy, especially if it's Dragon Age. So I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy it, at least, you know, my runs and shit on it. But everything out, I mean, overall on the game, I don't know, man. I mean, we'll wait until we play the game, bro. But I feel like I'll enjoy the game. And from everything I saw so far, and then with my complaints and shit, and the human-looking Quinari, holy shit, look at this, man. It's just a dude with dreads right here, like, holy shit. God damn. And it's, honestly, it's way too smooth. I mean, it looks like it hasn't even loaded in yet. That's how, like, I think it's too smooth. I don't know if they will fix that. I don't think they see it as, like, a problem or anything. But I just, bro, it feels insane right here, man. Honestly, insane. In just some aspects. Like, I'm ignoring it, like, most of the time. But when I just see shit like that, it's just like, man. But it's also, you know, character creator. This was like a character model they played or made, so they probably made it like this on purpose. I don't know. Maybe they made it more human on purpose. I don't know. Maybe they like big foreheads. Maybe they got something like a kink for that shit. I don't know. I mean, Dragon Age niggas be kind of weird, you know. They be kind of weird lately, you know. With the, anyways, yeah. So I feel like I'm going by the story being like pretty damn good. Gameplay being decent, at least, you know. I feel like 8 out of 10 game, possibly, for me. I mean, in my personal opinion, I think, in my personally, I think it'll be an 8 out of 10, maybe more for me. In general, for other people, it depends, because the story in Dragon Age games and Bioware is really fucking good. Like, that can carry a lot. It could also be 8 out of 10 for like a regular person, or maybe even more. But you know, in a game, probably even more than I scored shit. But we'll have to see. I think it'll be pretty solid. Just couple of preferences I prefer, and just like, you know, some issues that I have. But I mean, it's not gonna really keep me from buying the game, you know, type of issues, right? This is whatever the fuck, that's like, was it like 70% maybe? Spoof Quinari, yeah. Yes, swooping is, oh lord. Giant forehead is hilarious. Will there be nugs? True, man. Probably, maybe. Well, no, they actually said no. I actually remember like a Twitter post. They said no nugs because they're like more so in Ferelden and like Orlais or whatever the fuck. Not really in this part of Datus. So I don't know, but we'll see, man. Bioware give me character creation and or Spellblade gameplay, and my life is yours. This wasn't bad though in terms of like, you know, being physical and shit. Griffin will not die on my watch. I hope not, bro. I really hope. Oh, that's gonna be so fucking sad. That's gonna be... I mean, shit, man. What the hell is that? Rook, why does he look so smooth? It legit... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like the shit is still loading in. That's what I felt like with some of the other clips. I'm just like, I didn't even know the game was... I thought my YouTube was acting up, you know? I didn't know this shit was loaded in. Mass Effect of Dragon Age. Well, yeah. Wait, this is Mass Effect of Dragon. Oh, okay. So to say, well, yeah, obviously. You see the fucking combat, bro. What have you done to the Qunari? Ogres are looking pretty short compared, or considering in all 3 games. They towed over everyone. Yeah, they look kind of... They look, in terms of, like, combat and shit, I hope. I didn't really pay attention to if they're really spongy. They are actually a little bit spongy. But maybe they're kind of like mini bosses type shit. Not like mini bosses, but like, you know, like the big ones, right? But I mean, we'll see. I hope they're not spongy, though. I hope everyone is not spongy, right? It kind of gave me that feeling with the Herlocks a little bit. But, you know, we will see. We will see. Facial animation never been Bioware's strong suit, but man, those complaints been going on for nearly... Yeah. I didn't really pay attention to it mainly, though. I did notice that dude was talking really fucking fast. That was just annoying to me, but, you know, personal pet peeve. Narrated by Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo. Terrifying, like some kind of... Yeah. I mean... Do they really have enough time to, like, fix the Qunari? I mean, they probably won't. They're probably just doing like, you know, bugs and shit, right? But Quinaris, bro. I mean, you gotta give at least the player character some, like, freedom to like, change that shit. But Tash kind of looks like a Qunari. Pretty Qunari-ish, at least for, like, a female, right? But if we go back to, well, actually... Let's go back to Trespasser. Let's look at a fucking Qunari. Dragon Age Trespasser ending. Disbanding Inquisition. I mean, let's just... Yeah, because I want to go back to that Trespasser, Qunari girl. Video plays to Jesus Christ. Okay. I mean, well, if you have the Qunari here, they probably made him more human looking. I think that's a player character. Yeah. It's a bit better here though. Trying to see if like the Qunari lady like pops up. No, she pops up like towards the beginning. Oh no, she's already in stone. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me search Qunari. Quinnar. I think I spelled it wrong. Qunari. Yeah. 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 I'm just trying to see like what they look like, you know, especially in terms of like the female. Yeah, I found a boss fight. I need that cinematic, man.
Let's have you.
Where's the ending cinematic? Where is it? Where is it at? Oh my gosh. I mean, you have this right here. This is a bit better. But of course, people make them look a little bit more humanoid, low-key. But I'm just making them like Iron Bull. Yeah, Iron Bull. The bull. Ride the bull. 8 years ago. Holy shit. Yeah, it's just like... Okay, yeah, here she is right here. Yeah, but she kind of actually does look like a dark elf or some shit, low key. But it's better than like fucking you know, the other shit that we had. So there's that. But anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, I went too fucking long, overboard, like 50 fucking minutes. The video is like 20 minutes though. So yeah, I always drag it out, man. But what do you think? What do you think about the gameplay? I like the abilities. I just want to have at least one more. Like, you know, space, at least like 4 in there, low key. And then like the little ultimate ability being like 5 and shit, whatever the fuck. Even out, but that's the minimum. I mean, I'd prefer to have more than that, right? But you know, yeah, 6 is a good number to have. But anyways, I prefer that. And everything else I said before, Qunari looking not like Qunaris, and the graphics looking a little oofers and the frostbite. It's not bad. It's just like smooth. Yeah, you can really tell with the Qunari. And then companions not really doing jack shit half the time. God damn. Fire them niggas, fire them. And it's just but it's really it's small things. It's just like things that just like, oh my gosh, like why is it like this? But anyways, you know, like that, like, but anyways, literally that. But anyways, you know, it's whatever, you know, compared to the grand scheme of things, you know, it's just little thing. Well, it's not really little in terms of the combat, but it's something I can get over, I can ignore. Like, I gotta see more of that too, like if they're gonna add some more options and shit before the game comes out. I doubt there's like 2 months left, but yeah. Alright. Bye.
Shot at a black man and took his shoes. Customized my AR like a Black Ops 2. Just scammed a white kid out of some Gorilla Glue. I don't wanna fuck this bitch, she smell like poo-poo.